Hey everyone, this is Warren from KLGadgetGuy and I've just got back from Pullman, Jakarta attending the ASUS ZenFone 2 regional launch event. So today is a really tiring day because ASUS has been keeping us media folks really busy with technical seminars, experiential zones, and even listening to the entire event of the phone itself. So the ZenFone 2 is a really great smartphone. It has a powerful Intel Atom processor running on it. It has a new camera sensor manufactured by Toshiba, and it even has a really new form factor that I really like it a lot. So in this last episode of the ZenFone 2 launch event vlog, I'm going to talk about the ZenFone 2 as well as some events that has happened today. So let's begin this video right now. So the event started today around 11 AM and it kicked off with Jerry Shern, the CEO of ASUS, to talk about the ZenFones, how is their past performance for the year. And do you know that ASUS has made up to the top 3 smartphone makers in Malaysia, which is extremely awesome. The first two, of course, is the usual event, Samsung and Apple. The event moves on with Jerry Shern explaining the technical aspects of the ZenFone 2. The ZenFone 2 has really improved hardware internals this time, such as an Intel Atom Z3580 processor, 64-bit capable, and it has 4GB of RAM. Remember that, guys, 4GB of RAM. This is technically the first phone that has such amount of RAM, and ASUS explains that they don't want to be left behind. They want the phone to be really future-proof for future OS upgrades and applications that can fully utilize that memory itself. So until we find out about how great the phone really is, we shall actually reserve our thoughts on the 4GB of RAM, whether it really is useful in real life. The camera of the ZenFone 2 has also been upgraded with a newer sensor manufactured by Toshiba. So we actually asked ASUS on what is the reason that they ditched Sony and went for Toshiba, and the answer that we got over here is that Toshiba's sensor allows them to have more image algorithms applied to the camera software, such as a new mode called Super Resolution mode, which will allow you to take pictures up to 52 megapixels. This is actually a resampling technology similar to Nokia's PureView, but then it takes up to 52 megapixel resolution, which is really high, and you can simply just crop a part of an image without losing quality. Another feature that ASUS has added on to the ZenFone 2's camera is that they have added in the manual mode, aka the Pro mode, which is famous on a lot of smartphones these days. So on the previous generation of ZenFones, you will not be able to manually configure the camera settings instantly, but this time they've added this manual mode, which will allow you to control ISO levels, exposure, white balance, and even focus just on the screen itself, which is really great. There's even a histogram to let you see the RGB levels of the camera itself, which professional photographers will really appreciate. Of course, the ZenFone 2 is not a professional camera, but it is really good in taking pictures itself. Check out the sample shots over at KLGadgetGuy.com if you want to know more details. In conjunction with the launch of the ASUS ZenFone 2, the company has also introduced a couple of accessories to go with the phone itself. The first accessory would be the Zen Flash. This Zen Flash is technically an external xenon flash for the Pixel Master camera, which is really great, and it's a proprietary flash which is meant for the ZenFone 2 itself. Now, I'm not sure if it works with older ZenFone models, but I hope that it works as well. You technically attach it to a micro USB port and you will be able to use the flash with the phone's camera app itself. The second accessory that ASUS has announced is the Lolly Flash. So this is a universal LED flash that has a two-tone color. One is actually a white color tone, the other one is a yellow color tone LED light. So it lets you control the flashlight manually. You can activate either one of them or both of them at the same time to achieve a natural skin tone color when you're in low light taking selfies or taking pictures of your friends in low light. And the third accessory ASUS has announced is the Zen Power, which is ASUS' very own power bank that has a scary but great capacity of up to 25,600 mAh. That is really crazy. You can charge a lot of devices already, and this is a real capacity one. And last but not the least, ASUS also has introduced two really great headphones meant for music listening. I'm not sure how great it is, but I'll get a chance to try out one day if I manage to get one. Well, the next thing is a surprise announcement from ASUS. It's not really a new product, but rather the company's own mascot called Zenny. Zen is technically an owl, which is related to the ZenFone itself, because you know the ZenFone logo is actually a owl. It looks like an owl. So they have technically created a mascot of their own, just like other companies like Xiaomi's Mi Bunny, MSI's Dragon, and even Oppo's Oli is technically the very same concept. So we are actually finding technology manufacturers starting to move into creating merchandises of their own to sell to consumers, which is really a great idea. Last but not the least, the ASUS ZenFone 2 flagship variant that comes with an Atom Z3580 processor, 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage will retail at 4.5 million rupiahs in Indonesia, which translates into 1,259 ringgit in Malaysia. The price is pretty affordable, I would say, because for such a high-end phone, you really can't get it at this kind of price, and you gotta consider that its features are really great compared to the rest of the pack, such as some Chinese smartphones as well, and you really get quality software from ASUS itself, especially when they've done a lot of work to improve on Zen UI. That's it for the last vlog of the ASUS ZenFone 2 regional launch event. I hope that you have liked these 3 episodes of vlog. I know it's very last minute and it is actually unplanned as well. If you want to check out the hands-on of the ASUS ZenFone 2, do head on to KLGadgetGuy.com or check out the card above, which I've uploaded a video of the ASUS ZenFone 2 hands-on. So if you like this video, do give us a thumbs up and leave comments down below if you have any suggestions or comments about the ZenFone 2 that you may have. And of course, do subscribe to us and follow us on social media: Facebook, Google+, Instagram, and Twitter at KLGadgetGuy. Once again, my name is Warren, and I will see you next time in our next video back in Malaysia. That's it for now. Ciao.